Hi guys, Tim Ferriss here. I am asked a lot about evening routines, so I'm going to show you what my current routine looks like pre-bed. So let's say that I'm about 60 minutes out. I want to go to bed in 60 minutes. I'm going to make myself some tea that is decaffeinated. These days it is Douglas Fir Spring Tip by Juniper Ridge. This stuff right here. It is fantastic. I first bought it at the San Francisco Ferry Building Farmers Market, which is on Thursdays and Saturdays. This stuff has become a real favorite. Now into that tea, once I've steeped it and taken out the bag, I will put in apple cider vinegar, 1 or 2 tablespoons, and then I'll also put, this is assuming I'm having trouble sleeping and need to get to sleep, and a tablespoon of unfiltered honey, all right? This is a tip borrowed from my late friend, Seth Roberts, an amazing guy, and I am not 100% sure on the biochemistry behind why this works, but it knocks you out like that. Many of my friends who are chronic insomniacs have credited this with better sleep than even prescription medication. So I'm not a doctor, don't play one on the internet, so stay on your meds, talk to your doctors, blah, blah, blah. But this combination of apple cider vinegar plus the honey, which I would just add to this tea, is literally a knockout. It's incredible. Now, at that point, I will turn on my downstairs soaking tub, and we're gonna get some footage of that in a second. That takes about 15 minutes to fill, and I'll sit down and I'll read fiction, right? I'm not gonna read something like a nonfiction business book that's going to keep my problem-solving apparatus in 6th gear. That's not helpful. I need to turn that off. So I'll read fiction. This is a book that I just finished, which was recommended to me by a billionaire investor named Chris Sacca, who's also a friend and has been on the podcast on the Tim Ferriss Show. And it is called How to Get Filthy Rich in Rising Asia by, I'm guessing, pronounced Mohsin Hamid. This is a fantastic book. I mean, it is just incredible. Prose so pure and purposeful it passes straight through into the bloodstream. It intoxicates. The New York Times Book Review. A globalized version of The Great Gatsby. His book is nearly that good, NPR. It's fantastic and very hilarious. So I just finished this, fiction. Then, at that point, I'll set an alarm. Let's say it's 13 minutes in. I will fill up this thermos, effectively, with water and a ton of ice. Now, this hydro flask, 40-ounce hydro flask, is also something I travel with. Why? This is actually kind of cool, because it doubles as a foam roller, but it's not foam. So I will use this to actually roll out my hip flexors and whatnot when I'm on the road, and it saves me the trouble of packing both. So I can just clip this onto my carry-on with a carabiner and off I go. Now I have this, which is going to be a core, literally a core component of thermoregulation, and then I head downstairs. So that's where we're going next. So here we are downstairs, got the Houdini, we have all sorts of other artwork. This room used to be just like a dirty futon room with a PlayStation. The previous owners didn't know what to do with it. So I stripped out everything and I built something that I've wanted since I was 15 and lived in Japan and had a nightly ohuro. So this is what it looks like. And try not to completely kill the lighting here, but if you come in, you can see that this has been made into my spa room, effectively. Complete with the shelves with towels and everything. So this is a soaking tub, and each night I will get in here. I have my ice water. This will sit at this point right here. I have a thermometer if I really want to check water temperature, because I will sometimes alternate this with ice baths in the other room. And then you have steps that give you different depths. So I can go from about here to here to here. All right. Now, there are no jets. This is not a jacuzzi. This is a soaking tub. And to that end, I have a bunch of stuff in here. And these are different types of Epsom salts and medicinal salts that are in dog food rolling containers. So this is Epsom salt, magnesium sulfate that I buy bulk, and I will just take 2 gigantic glasses worth or jars worth of this and put it into the tub. I also have a number of different oils and so on that, depending on my training, I can use. And if we come around the corner here, you can see that we have cozy little sauna. So this is a dry sauna for 2 people. It's a tight fit. You could get someone on the floor also if they're a little overheated. And I will play with this for not only just regular banya schwitzing purposes, but also for increasing endurance. And if you're interested in that, you can look up Rhonda Patrick, R-H-O-N-D-A, Rhonda Patrick, PhD, and sauna and Ferriss. There's an entire 10-page post on how to use heat exposure for growth hormone increases and improved endurance. And that is, in effect, my evening routine. So it starts upstairs, ends up down here. I will consume the ice water every 2 or 3 cycles into that bath. I will usually listen to an audiobook of some type or presentations that are motivational in some capacity, and then shower and off to bed. And having already had the cocktail with the apple cider vinegar and the honey, I'm out like a light. I am a lifelong insomniac, and I no longer have insomnia, in part due to having a consistent nightly ritual.